This Around Town is brought to you by Eastern North Carolina Medical Group. With locations in Rocky Mount, Nashville, Wilson, Zebulon, and Lewisburg, visit www.encmg.com to find the location nearest you.
Hi, I'm Jean Almond, and we are delighted to be at Oettinger Company. We're with Taylor Barker, who is the chairman of the Small Business Committee, and Dave Oettinger, who is one of the shareholders and principals and, I guess, originator of Oettinger Company.
That's correct.
And it's Christmas time, of course. You are the December Small Business Winner of the Month, your company is. So congratulations. But you've been in this community a long time. You were born in Wilson, is that right?
That's correct. I've been here since 1979. Great.
And you have lots of degrees. We'll talk about them. So you are a man of many talents. Did you always know as you were getting various degrees that you wanted to be a certified public accountant primarily?
Of course not. That's just something that happened later on.
Great.
You look at the things you can do well and the things you enjoy, and hopefully you find something you do enjoy. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you're lucky and you do.
Well, and the multitude of things you do, the diversity of jobs and responsibilities and interactions, keep this really interesting, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and it's still about interacting with people and with your staff and making it a place where people enjoy coming to work, realizing it still has the same issues everywhere else does. There will always be some good times and some difficult times, but you look forward to helping the clients and helping the families.
Well, and you help people get through those difficult times too, which has to be very rewarding.
It is, and sometimes April 15th is a little more painful for people than others.
Well, I thought it was always painful.
Yeah,
Taylor, you're kind of young. Do you still? Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to go to the banner presentation, and then we'll come back and kind of have a good time talking to you. So stay with us, please.
Hi, folks. Taylor Barker here, chairman for the Small Business Committee for the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce. And we are gathered here today at Oettinger Company to present them with the Small Business of the Month Award for December. And with this means that you are now in the running for the Small Business of the Year Award that will be given to you at our banquet in June. And we want to present you with this because of your hard work and dedication in the community, and as well as that you provide to your clients throughout the area. And with that, we thank you, and I'd like to turn it over to Dave Oettinger for a few words.
Thank you, Taylor. It is certainly a pleasure and an honor to be selected, or for this group of employees to be selected as Small Business of the Month. That we've worked with the Chamber for many years and look forward to continuing that. We've been in this location 11 years and actually been in business for 21 years, and the persons in this office have provided services, accounting services, for well over 30 years within the community. And we certainly appreciate and enjoy our clients' reliance upon us, and we certainly wish all of them the best, and our employees. And we have 6 CPAs and other staff as well to support that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave. Hi, folks. We're back here at Oettinger Company, where they had just been presented with the Small Business of the Month Award recipient for December. And we're here with Dave Oettinger and Jean Kitchen. And just tell us something about what you feel sets your company apart from others. And how have you guys, obviously you survived the downturn of the economy, which so many, did not. And tell us some of the things that you have done and try to stay proactive in front of some of your competitors.
Well, I would tell you that all the CPAs and CPA firms in town have to go through a lot of schooling and rigorous testing and provide valuable services to their clients. I would tell you that we do some things a little bit different than a lot of firms because we do probably less bookkeeping, but with my background, we've done some more specialized services in helping people with buying and selling businesses, estates and estate administration, and other matters. The most interesting was when I ran a funeral home, but that's 7-8 years ago, and that's not done anymore. But really, the technology that the CPAs use, as well as the personal interaction, is what's so valuable to the clients. And we develop a relationship with them. And we, as I noted earlier, we do try to have a couple of people so that somebody can call. If they cannot get me, they can call another person. Or if they're working with Bob Jones, the other shareholder, they can call me or call somebody else if he's not available.
Do you purposely have different CPAs who have different areas of specialty or that they like to do or are more prone to do than others?
Well, it depends upon their interest. Some are more interested in what I would call accounting. You can call it audit and accounting, but we really don't do audits anymore. Other firms in town specialize in doing audits as well as tax returns and bookkeeping and payroll. But they do review financial statements, bookkeeping, and others do more taxes and focus basically solely on taxes and tax planning.
In your background, Dave, and I was just amazed when I was reading, you have multiple degrees, including a law degree, and you've maintained being a member of the North Carolina Bar. All the CPAs, all 6 of them here, have both state and American credentialing or licensure with being certified professional accountants, right?
That's correct. That to call yourself a CPA within the state, you have to pass tests through the North Carolina State Board of CPA Examiners. But in addition to being licensed with the state, we're members of the State CPA Association as well as the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. We just are, and that's what you do to maintain. Not only it helps you keep up with what's going on within the CPA world, which is not just income tax, which is what most people think of it as, but it's also the bookkeeping, it's the payroll, it's the other aspects of what people need. We're like their first line of business consultant. If for no other reason, annually people have tax returns to do. So they tend to go to their CPA or somebody else, and other questions may come up about that during that time.
Well, and people are scared of the IRS. I mean, I'll just put it out there, and they don't want to goof. And for people to try and interpret that difficult stuff themselves is really a mess. And I know a lot of people will go on TurboTax, or people will think, well, I can just knock this out. But I've always thought, no, I need somebody who, it's like I don't try and fix my own plumbing, and I don't try and fix my own electricity. I mean, that's illegal anyway. But I really think with the complexities, you all spend a lot of time knowing the right thing to do. So a layperson would have trouble navigating that, wouldn't they?
A lot of times that they would, and what I've seen as a change is that with TurboTax and other tax programs, a lot of persons can prepare their own return. In some respects, laws have been simplified. In other respects, they're way complicated. But they have the ability to prepare their returns either directly through computers or through TurboTax, or do it on paper. And that takes care of a majority of people. But those with businesses, those that have more difficult questions, probably do need to go see a CPA or other advisor. And we see people that prepare their own returns come to see us with specific questions and a variety of matters.
What about estates? Do you do much with helping people be sure that they have everything prepared for when they pass away?
Our primary focus there is if they ask questions is to help them accumulate information to get with an attorney to get a will prepared or to make sure that all issues are addressed. Because we do not prepare legal documents, and although I'm licensed, this firm does not practice law, and nor do I do that individually. But we, as I said, we are the person you see annually, and that we do. All of us will discuss that with our clients, and if it's time to make a change, we will try to help them accumulate it, help them think through it, and then get with their attorney because 2 advisors are better than 1 when you're talking about something that significant.
Well, and it seems to me that like tax laws and changes, because I was looking at your website today and I was looking at medical expenses and whether one can deduct them. And before this year you could do it at this rate, but after this year it was changed. And things dealing with taxes are a moving target, aren't they?
Well, they are. The difficult part, and medical expenses is a good example. The percentage limitation is something that your computer software or you can work through. But whether it's a valid medical expense or not is a much more difficult question. People tend to miss items that could be deductible. They've tried to simplify the law in some areas so that unless you have a lot of expense, don't worry about it. But if you do, you need to know. I think that we are due for our, can I say, 30-year renewal. About every 30 years, Congress has gone in and cleaned up the tax code. I'm not sure that it will really be cleaned up, that there's so much stuff in it now that they may need to keep, but it's used for a lot of policy, and I don't see those policies being eliminated even if they supposedly simplify it to some degree.
So that's why you need to go to a professional. Taylor, remember that.
Absolutely.
That's really important. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have all your professional staff and support staff come through, right, except for one CPA is not here today.
That's correct.
Ms. Prasada. But other than that, we're going to show the people who make y'all all look good and all work together as a team. So we'll be right back. Dave, your employees make you look good, don't they?
Certainly, but it's all them. It's not me.
Well, I think they would disagree, but y'all are a team, and y'all are a really good team, and that's wonderful. So we are going to start with Bob Jones, who is the only other shareholder, right? You two are the shareholders of the company?
That's correct. We are the two owners and two partners, you might say.
Bob, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I was with Body Noel Enterprises for 23 years, and then came with Dave. It's been 15 years ago this month. So it's been a great partnership together, and just a great working opportunity with all of our employees.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Thank you.
Well, and you've been with two of our best corporations in town, two of our stellar corporations in town, with Body Noel and now Oettinger Company. So congratulations.
Thank you. I've certainly been pleased with my career here.
Well, great. Okay. And next we have there's 6 CPAs, right?
Yes, one is out of town, or you should say on vacation this time of year, but we'll have everybody else.
Okay. Let's bring in the next one, please. And very familiar young lady in town, Debbie Batts. Debbie, you want to? There you go. Okay. Debbie, how long have you been here?
I'm in my 15th year here.
Uh-huh. And you went to Wake Forest, is that correct?
I did.
And studied accounting there?
Yes,
And have 2 beautiful daughters?
I do. And a son.
Great. Oh, and a son. Okay. Great. Well, what do you like about working here?
I like the variations and you always see something new every day. It's never boring. It's challenging. Sometimes a little bit more challenging than I would choose, but we all work together as a team, and it's something new. And I like the tax work and estates and trusts a lot.
Well, you're talking about the challenging part. I bet the collective wisdom here, y'all can, depend on each other. If one of you gets something and it's new and different, then go ask each other, right, Dave?
That's the idea, is that you always have 2 people working on something, so you're not by yourself.
Great. Well, thank you, Debbie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And next we have, you want to tell us who this is coming up?
Next we have Sonia Keel, and she's a CPA from down east.
We're certainly glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Where's down east?
From Williamston.
Oh, good. And how long have you been here?
I've been here 9 years now.
Okay, and we've got Christmas delivery for you right now. Come on. Have you been a CPA for the majority of your career?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And what do you like about your job?
I really enjoy the diversity of the work, as Debbie referred to, and the fact that we get to assist our clients throughout the year, a number of different issues. The variety of work here is it's a good thing, and it's sometimes a bad thing. Sometimes there's a little too much variety, but it is challenging. It keeps us on our toes, and it's always something interesting to work on. And we have a great group of people here as well.
Great.
Seems like a little family here too, as well. I've noticed that.
Oh, it is definitely great group.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. And next we have, this has to be one of your taller members in the group, right?
This is our enforcer. This is Christopher Rogers, and he's got a lot of degrees as well.
Okay, like what? What are your degrees, Christopher?
I have degrees in biology, chemistry, also an MBA and an MSA.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
A little bit of everything.
So you can be kind of a go-to person on a lot of subjects.
Well, hopefully.
How long have you been here, Christopher?
I've been with the company 8 years.
Okay, and did you come here straight out of school?
Worked at ECU in the patent office, actually,
Uh-huh.
in tech transfer, and found my way into accounting, and found that it was something I really enjoyed doing, and luckily was able to come here and work for a wonderful company.
And I would think the patent skills, knowledge about patents would be helpful too.
Being well-rounded is helpful. You never know when something's going to come up that that knowledge is useful at.
Well, great. Is he the youngest CPA in the group?
He's the youngest CPA.
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and next we have, and I know this lady, I've worked with her on some community stuff, so Marie Paris. Marie, welcome to you. And Dave, tell us a little bit about what Marie does.
Marie's office manager, bookkeeper, deals with all the people that call in and want to sell us something and things like that.
Keeps everybody in line, basically, is what you're trying to say.
That's true. She does.
Wear many hats.
And how long have you been here, Marie?
I've been here 17 years, and like Bob, I worked at Body Knoll 25 years before that. But this has been a great career opportunity. It really has. Great company, great clients. I love working with people, and we're just, like I say, a family and a good group that works together.
So there's one office manager.
Right.
And 6 CPAs. How many paralegals? 2?
No paralegals. We have bookkeepers, or as you would call them, paraprofessionals. We have two of those persons.
Okay.
And we do have some people that help part-time in tax season when we have tax returns to do.
Oh, okay.
And
Thank you, Marie. I think we'll call you the glue that holds the group together. Is that accurate?
Well, if it means how long you've been here, because Dave's been the longest than me, so I guess that's the glue. So.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and next we have. Who is this, Dave?
this is Crystal Lashley. She's a paraprofessional and does bookkeeping, tax returns, and a recent graduate of North Carolina Wesleyan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you study at North Carolina Wesleyan?
Accounting.
And so tell us what you do exactly here. I know the bookkeeping, but do you do you work hand in hand with all of the CPAs or with?
I do. I help with any CPAs that need my assistance. I work with QuickBooks a lot, bookkeeping, and tax returns, of course.
And I would think the education and the need for continuing ed, because of the constant changing face of what you all do, would be important for all of you.
It is. It's not only for the CPAs, but for the 2 paraprofessionals as well, just because of the changing laws and the things that we do. We are a little different in that we've helped with the states. I've been executive from time to time and receiverships, and Crystal helps with the bookkeeping, accounting, and keeping me straight on that, and a lot of phone calls.
That's correct.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and next we have? Ashley Joyner, okay. And what does Ashley do, Dave?
Ashley's sort of a catch-all, you can say administrative assistant, receptionist, assembles returns, everything.
And she's who you see when you walk in the door, right?
That's correct.
The greeter, yes.
That's huge. I mean, if the greeter isn't good, then that reflects well on the rest of you. So how long have you been here?
I've been here for 5 years.
Great. And what do you like about your job?
I'm meeting all the clients, working with these great people, and yep, that's it.
And did you grow up in Rocky
I
Mount?
did, born and raised, yes.
Great. So do you think down the road you might try and move into another area here?
I don't know. I like what I do here. I like meeting people and answering the phones like that. That's just my thing.
Very important to choose the entry person to have that great personality, isn't it?
Well, it is, and a lot of businesses are very automated, but we feel like this is better, and clients like Ashley, she tends to their needs and helps all of us. It's amazing we don't drive her crazy, because you figure she has 7 or 8 different bosses.
Are you sure you don't drive her crazy? Do we want to comment on that, Ashley?
She doesn't tell me.
Great. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
Okay, and last but not least, we have
I'll let her introduce herself.
Katie Evans. Okay, and Katie, we're going to let you come around here and tell us what you do, please.
I guess bookkeeping would be my main
bookkeeping, administrative,
Yeah.
tax returns.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here?
2.5 years.
Great.
I'm the newest employee.
And what led you to want to do this? What's your background before coming?
Before coming, I'm from Virginia,
Uh-huh.
and I met my husband who's from here. I worked administrative and did accounts receivable and accounts payable and stuff like that before I came. So,
Okay. Were you enjoying it?
yes, ma'am.
Good. It looks like, as Taylor said, very much of a family atmosphere here.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you enjoy most?
The people and the clients and the coworkers.
Mm-hmm. You've got a very steady, you've got new clients, and always we're going to talk about this more, but always would like and welcome new clients, but you've got a lot of long-term clients here too, don't you?
That's right. I mean, you have young clients, you have older clients, you have people that have less wealth and people that have a lot of wealth, and having a mix keeps everybody interested, and you feel like you're not only helping the families, but you're helping those in the community that those are in need, and with all different matters.
Great. And of course, talking about in need, we're going to talk about at the end of the show a little bit more about, because y'all do a lot for our community.
We try.
Give back. We appreciate that. Well, thank you.
Thank you. I want to get to you and talk to you about, one of the more important aspects of your business, just not being in business for clients, but, for the community as well. Tell us about some of your community involvement and why you feel it's important to give back to the community.
Well, it's important for really all of us in this community to support each other and to try to be active and involved. We've had people participate from civic clubs, from a Rotary Club to Kiwanis clubs and other ones, to various activities and supporting of other groups. We've got, I've been on the board at Wesleyan for a number of years and helped with development, well, not as much development, but more investments and in the audit area. Been active in the Boy Scouts for a number of years. Less active now that my son has grown, but active in that. And we do support our people if they need time to take it away from work to go do different activities, because truthfully that your life starts with your family and your faith, and then you have work, but the community is just as important as work. This is a way to feed and clothe your family, but you need to be with others and have a community of spirit.
That is correct.
When you are, as a member of the board in North Carolina Wesleyan, Dr. Clark is very fortunate to have people with specific talents, such as yours. You mentioned audit and investment. You were very instrumental, and I guess the different talents of different people come into play a lot, such that is that fairly time-consuming?
It can be. It depends upon what is acting. Certainly with Dr. Clark, there have been a lot of changes, and it is keeping the board, I would say, younger and more lively. But we can see a lot of changes, and each of our presidents have brought a lot of positive aspects to it. But in the current environment with the economy hopefully getting a little bit better, and the changes with the students and everything, Wesleyan seems to be onward and upward.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think a lot of people have viewed those positions, being on the Board of Trustees, as an honorary. It's an honor to be on that. But y'all are truly a working board, aren't you?
Yes. Local colleges, just like the Chamber of Commerce, is more of a working board. And I've been on the board of the Chamber of Commerce as treasurer, and yes, it does take time. But you feel like you're learning more about the college than some of the larger institutions where maybe you're just a political appointee.
And to have one of your employees just graduate from there, that had to be kind of rewarding to you.
That's true. We supported her, and I guess she didn't want to shoot us or shoot her family or her young daughter, that it was a lot of work over a couple of year period, and they were very excellent to work with in terms of doing that. I think for any person that wants to get more education, be it at a community college or at Wesleyan, is always beneficial to somebody, because you really don't stop learning just because you finished school.
Oh, not at all. And in the chamber back in Charlie Glazner days, you were the treasurer, I think, on the executive committee.
That's correct.
And have continued being a member, of course, because you're here today. I want to talk about scouting, though. Scouting is very big in Rocky Mount. And was Matthew affiliated with a church scout troop?
He was a member of Troop 5 and got his Eagle Scout before he
Great.
went off to other schooling and other education. That I look at scouting and any other youth organization as an opportunity for children to learn about social skills, learn about educate, learn about things they would not otherwise be exposed to at home. And it's beneficial not only for the child, but beneficial for the parents. And yes, it does keep us on our toes.
I have heard from many people that you are unique in that when people present you with a complex situation, you listen to it once and you've got it. And nobody has to repeat over and over again, but that you just have a really wonderful knack for sorting it out and just knowing kind of how to pull it all together and you know, comply with everything you need to comply with. Is that a special area for you?
I wouldn't say that. I think all of us have different skills,
Uh-huh.
and maybe the way that I chart or analyze or think through the way things that people present stuff enable me to at least get to the heart of their question. Mm-hmm. It may not help me resolve it, and it may be difficult to explain it back to the client where they understand it. Mm-hmm. But you need to be able to do that, and you need to be able to try to ask the right questions as well as to listen. And sometimes that's difficult. Listening is difficult when you talk maybe as much as I do.
Well, it's good enough for me, though, that if you've got it, I don't have to have it because I know that somebody who's got my back can do it. So, Dave, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
Congratulations. We're happy that you were honored today.
We certainly appreciate it. Everybody in this firm does.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day.
This Around Town is brought to you by Eastern North Carolina Medical Group. With locations in Rocky Mount, Nashville, Wilson, Zebulon, and Lewisburg, visit www.encmg.com to find the location nearest you.